Have you ever picked up something around your house and thought, this just doesn't feel like me anymore? Me too. Okay, Libby walked in while I was saying that, and I don't mean her. Let's talk about clutter and identity, but let's do it gently. This is an episode of our 15-minute decluttering series, but it's more about reflection than stuff. But it still counts. I'm Larissa, in my lap is Libby, and around here we talk about brain-friendly, low-energy tips to make your life feel lighter, especially if you're dealing with chronic fatigue or an injury or illness, or if you are burned out. One of the most surprising things that I've learned is that clutter is less about what we own and more about how we view ourselves. I feel that summer is the perfect time to pause and check in with ourselves. We don't have the pressure of January and New Year's resolutions, and we're not stressed out about fall routines and getting back into the swing of things and what new clubs we've got, and rehearsals and practices. This right now is a slower, softer moment when we can sit back and plan for the next steps. Sometimes when we slow down, we start to notice things like, I am not really into those romance books anymore. I keep them because I got the whole series and I haven't touched them in years and I don't really want to pick them up again. But I spent money on them. Or for me, I don't wear heels like that anymore. I don't picture myself going back into a regular office. I deal with headaches and migraines and my energy fluctuates, and being in a normal office environment is not where I'm going to end up. And even if I did, my balance is off. I have issues with my vestibular system. Heels are not in the cards for me. The massive planner that I got when I thought I was going to be really organized and track all my food and all my sleep and all my activities, when really the thing that fits inside my purse and I can jot down what time my appointments are at, that's my go-to. Our stuff tells stories about us, and some of those stories are outdated, and some never belonged to us in the first place. Here's what this month's 15 minutes look like. Set your 15-minute timer and pick a category. I used to work in a library. I'm an avid reader. I have a ton of books. I've also done this with clothes and accessories and notebooks. Oh God, so many notebooks. Start by asking yourself, do I still use this? Does this still feel like me? Am I keeping this because I like it? Because it's a version of myself that I used to be, that is a version of myself that I think I should be? Or did someone gift it to me and I just feel guilty and I don't want to hurt somebody else's feelings? And right now isn't about giving up everything. I'm going to get rid of all my books, get a library card, and that's how I'm going to consume books. It's just about noticing what you've outgrown and giving yourself permission to let go. If you wore a dress a few times and you felt really good in it and it was your first date dress or it was your job interview dress and it doesn't really fit you now or suit you or make you feel good, if you got some wear out of it, great. It's okay to let it go without feeling guilty. Same with book series, same with everything in your space. It's okay to grow and let go. And hey, if it feels easier, put some things in a maybe box. You don't have to decide everything all at once. You don't have to go through all of your stuff at once. Set a 15-minute timer, pick a category, and look at the obvious stuff. Letting go is not failure. It is growth. And you can say that. You can say that out loud. Say it to yourself to remind yourself. Letting go is growth. You can't stay in elementary school and be in high school at the same time. Letting go of one thing lets you grow into the next. Maybe you're letting go of romance books and you've moved on to mysteries. Maybe you collected every single Robert Ludlum or James Patterson book and you spent a lot of money on that. That's okay. It's okay to let it go. You enjoyed it at the time, and now it's just taking up space. And the cool thing is, you don't have to declutter your whole life today, and you don't have to go through every single thing in that category today. You don't have to go through your whole closet. You don't have to go through every single dress. Maybe just start with one drawer, or one shelf, or one question. Is this still me? If it's not, that's okay. Start small. Be kind to yourself. The person you are now deserves a space that reflects who you are, not who you used to be. Let me know in the comments, what is one thing that you are going to let go of that no longer suits you? For me, I've taken a bunch of children's books that, sure, I loved when I was little, but I don't have kids. My nephew is grown. I don't need these books anymore. I've started dropping them off at little free libraries, which is a lot of fun for me. Thank you for sticking with me. If this was helpful, please like, subscribe for more tips, for more 15-minute declutters. We have a series called 3 Quick Cleans. A new episode comes out each month. We have our 15-minute declutter series. A new episode comes out each month. I will link the playlist if you want to go through some of the old episodes. Thank you for sticking with me. I hope this was helpful, and I hope that you remember that you are not alone trying to feel a little bit more like yourself again. Liberty Jibberty Liberty Jones, could you have come in and out more times in that episode? I don't think so. This is my girl. This is the Libster. Liberty Jibberty Liberty Jones. And now filming is going to either go off the rails, or she's just gonna settle down and she'll sit on my lap and I'll keep going. Or we just keep going like this. Let's talk about clutter and identity. Huh? Here we go. Yes? No? Maybe? Could you just lie down? Lie down. I'm not touching you anymore until you lie down. Here we go. Yes? No? Maybe? Could you settle in or go away? Do you think? I love my cat.